Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives. Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.
Okay. They say after rejection, delete their number and move on. My name is Olvins Manguya and welcome to Bethel Cloud TV. So the temperatures are rising in Congo, and here with us is our very own Apostle Ndura Waruinge, who is ready to give us a detailed information of what we don't know. Welcome, Apostle.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you for hosting me, or having me in this episode. What do you call this? What do you call this episode now?
I think
the current affairs. Yeah. Let me give you that. But no, it's for you to go and decide. But it's very important. I want to thank you and welcome you to this wonderful conversation. It is between me, you, and our host here, that we may discuss together. Make it good, make it clean, make it smart. Don't fight us, don't try to throw stones on us. We also don't know much. We need your input. The retro you know, the retro we know, the retro somebody else know. If we bring it together, it makes us better, special, and wonderful. The question of the day is that
the temperatures are rising.
The temperatures are rising.
In Congo.
No, the temperatures has always been there. It is what is happening now is change of guard.
Okay.
There's always question I normally ask people, and this is a question I'm also posing to you. Okay. In Somalia, we have had the longest fighting over. Yeah. We have there's a time they didn't have a government.
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, they're trying to make up a government. The Somali already has been split into two. We have Somaliland and we have the other side of Somali. The other side of Somali, the Mogadishu Somali, is saying we don't recognize Somaliland, and the Somaliland is being recognized by Ethiopia.
Yeah,
and then they are trying to cut to Somaliland so that Ethiopia can have a leeway to the ocean.
So let's say, like, as the information out there, they're saying, like, is it Paul Kagame?
No, let me give you a good picture of what you need to understand. Yeah. Then now Ethiopia has negotiated with the Somaliland, not the Somali Mogadishu. The Somaliland is a splinter of the main Somali. Okay. And which is not recognized by either UN, by AU, or even Somali, or even East African community. They don't recognize it. It's still a state, it's still a province in the Somali. Okay. But Ethiopia just decided to go and make it their own, and then they agree with them, plan with them, and then they had a leeway to the ocean. Yemen supported, Djibouti refused to support because Djibouti is against Ethiopia. Okay. And this region has had its own share of violences. Yeah. And in all this time, Kenya has always been a peacekeeper in Somalia, alongside with Uganda, alongside with Burundi, alongside with Ethiopia. Those are the nations that have kept peace in Somalia. They transited through a formation of a new nation in Somalia, and even producing a new president in Somalia, a new police force, a new army force, everything. That was the work that we recommend to Kenya Armed Forces, Uganda Armed Forces, Tanzania Armed Forces, Burundi Armed Forces, Ethiopia Armed Forces, and they did nice work. You see, Kenya battled the Al-Shabaab, and they won the battle. They rescued Mogadishu, Al-Gaisa, all the ports that were in control of the Al-Shabaab.
Uganda had so many casualties. Yeah?
Uganda had so many casualties. Also, Kenya also had so many casualties. Yeah. But the good and the positive side is that we were able to restore our sister nation in East African community. We were able to rescue our brothers and sisters who have been suffering under the Al-Shabaab control. We were able to return normalcy to Somalia, and also we trained an army, a police, a government operation, everything, including the president himself was trained by Kenyans, and he was made to become a president. Elections were done peacefully and it worked. Now, Let's go down to our brother, where we are told, are you a Luya? I hope you are a Luya. And we Kikuyus, we are told we came from that forest, the Congo forest.
Yes.
That is where you are used to walk like monkeys.
Yeah.
Then we shifted to East Africa. Now look here. Well, Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, Burundi are able to bring stability in Somalia.
Yeah.
The supremacists,
yeah.
America, Russia, Canada, Russia,
French.
Belgium, France, Germany, UK, Australia, they thought Kenyan forces, Ugandan forces, Burundi forces, Malawi forces, Zambia forces cannot be able to handle a situation in DRC. Oh. They have to fly all the way to DRC.
Yeah.
To come and
do the peacekeeping.
Do the peacekeeping.
Yeah.
While we are able to bring normalcy to Somalia,
yeah.
a stateless nation.
Yes.
DRC is a state. It has a president. Yeah. It has done all the elections. They are stable. But they chose that you African go to Somalia. We Wazungus, let's go to Congo. That is where the question is. So it isn't about the fire is going on or not going on. It is about what is this Muzungu is seeing in DRC that we don't know.
Yeah.
What is this American? They want to keep peace. How much they love that they seem to be loving the DRC people so much than even God. They seem to be loving the DRC people
than most of Africans.
It's like we don't love our brothers. Yeah. Remember Joseph Kabila lived in Kenya.
Yes.
Kagame lived in Kenya. The current president of Burundi used to live in Kenya. The former president of Burundi, Nkurunziza, used to live in Kenya. Yeah. And who? And the Congo brothers, Shekeri, they all have homes in Kenya.
So we should say like Kenya is like the supremacists in Africa, or in East Africa.
Kenya is the capital of Africa.
Yeah.
And Kenya is Africa. Without Kenya, there is no Africa.
There's no Africa, yeah.
Kenya is the home. The home of mankind is in Kenya. Yeah. And these people, we have the capacity, we have the power, because these are our brothers.
Yes, sure.
The Nyamulenge people are the Kikuyus.
Yeah.
We call them Chikuyus in Uganda. We call them Chikuyus. Yeah. You go to some people in Bukavu people, yeah. They are Luyas.
Yeah.
You go, there's a deeper, you go inside deeper to Kisangani, you find Kalenjins there.
Yes.
These are our own brothers.
Yeah.
But the Americans are telling us that you don't go keep peace there.
They just go to Somalia.
You are not superior enough to go to DRC. Go to Somalia, who is able to put a bomb around himself and then he detonates him, and then he blows himself up. Yeah. But the DRC people who are just mining gold, who are mining silver, yes. Who are mining diamonds, yeah. Who are mining gemstones, they are very cruel. They need the supremacy of a Mzungu.
Yeah.
They need a Belgium. They need a German. They need a UK man. They need an American with sophisticated weapons. Then they go after killing 800,000 people in Uganda, in Rwanda. The same Belgian people and the same French people.
They are there.
They came and they constructed Rwanda and they made Kagame a king.
So
they have built the best airport in Africa, in Rwanda.
The best stadium in the arena.
The best indoor arena. Anything best in Africa has been constructed in Rwanda.
They're bringing their like people from the UK to settle them in
Rwanda because UK and Rwanda, they resemble.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the picture?
Yeah.
Why will they propel Rwanda to become a first-class nation of Africa, a prefect of Africa now, yeah. And then you see Kagame how he lectures people all over the world.
Right now he's saying Uhuru is the bad man.
He's saying Uhuru is the bad man, and then now he's fighting. He's calling. He's telling South Africa, "I'm coming for you. I'm going to crush you." Where did he find this power?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is it because South Africa has gone the way of the BRICS? The BRICS is pro-Russia.
Yeah, pro-Russia right now. Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Shekedi is pro-Russia.
Yes.
But Kagame is pro-America, pro-Belgium, pro-German, pro-UK. Could it be is the struggle of new colonialism that Kagame now has been made a prefect to make sure Russia does not have any penetration. Russia does not have anything to do with Africa. Because if you see Traore, he's a man that is being supported by Russia. The other guy from Niger, and the other guy from Mali. The new kings, the new sheriffs in town, they are from Russia. They are controlled. They are supported by Russia and China. And now here there is Congo, the supremacy, the control of Congo. Who will control the minds of Congo? Is it the Western Bloc or the Russian bloc?
So Tshisekedi now is supported by the Russians.
Tshisekedi is pro-Russian. Are you seeing now? And Kagame is pro the American, because everybody is trying to please the masters, the colonial masters, and everybody is trying to make, like Ruto. When you saw Ruto wanted to become the president of Africa, when he went to America and he came back. Remember the first days of Ruto, he lectured the Wazungus like babes. I remember. He lectured them Brukenge, telling them, we shall never always be walking doing according to you, telling us this, telling us this. Now this is a time he became a Pan-African, but he was preparing a stage for himself
to become a puppet.
A girl, a woman, a prostitute woman, or whoever woman, not only a prostitute woman, all women. Because for them to be admired, they have to make themselves. They have to put some Q-Tex. They have to remove some hair, and then they put some ink,
to get
and then they put a red mouth
to get the highest bidder,
to get the eyes of the man. So Ruto did like that. He wanted to get the eye of America, so that he can come the blue-eyed boy of Africa. Unfortunately, he miscalculated his steps. He came in. That's what we call Johnny's come lately, and he came in when already the government, the former president Biden, his goose were already cooked, and he had to walk out. Now Trump came in the backdrop of understanding and knowing that Ruto is an enemy of this world. Ruto is a pro-gay, a pro-lesbianism, a pro-everything, because he supported Biden. And you see Megan, the former ambassador to Kenya, resigned abruptly because her agenda was to prepare Ruto to become the head of Africa, who will propagate gayism, lesbianism, the one world order, the chips, people to have to be given, the children to be put in the chips. In fact, they had started in Pumwani with Bill Gates, and then the cows to be injected with vaccinated, and also men to be vaccinated, and many things that were happening around. And that was the project Acc No Bill Gates they were having, and the one world order, and that's what they needed Ruto to become. They hoped Kamara would become the president. They knew, and Obama wanted to use Ruto so that he can be able to perpetuate the American sycophantic systems in Africa. Now it has gone down.
Now he's no more.
He's no more.
So let's say
he's crying. Did you hear him crying?
Yeah, I remember.
That we are now. Why America help us? Why are you walking out?
So
it's as though we are taxpayers to American states.
So after like Trump withdrew the funding to the WHO. So they are now crying.
Now when you withdraw the funding to the WHO, you withdraw the vaccinations. All the vaccination. You withdraw the chips that our children were supposed to be inserted when they are born in Pumwani. You withdraw anything to do with human vaccination. You withdraw all the systems that were meant to destroy humanity.
Because Americans are the main donors.
They're the main donors. They were the main donors, and the brain behind it, because they were operating for the UN. UN is in New York. You're getting me? So whatever that is that's happening now is a withdrawal syndrome from the former regimes to a new state. As we've been talking, I know you've been hearing the new king coming to Kenya, the Prince of Peace that are coming to Kenya. All these things you are seeing is part of the birth battle. That there is a reorganization, and America is so much afraid. The CIA are so afraid. Remember, before the election, American election, and before when the GNC was here, you saw the CIA man, the top CIA man, came to Kenya twice because they wanted to secure Marsabit, where they have built an airstrip, an army airstrip, because that is what they want to do when, if in the case of Third World War, they will engage war from there.
So they'll be sending their missiles from Kenya? From Kenya,
from Mada Island and from Marsabit towards Middle East. So they wanted to secure that. MI6 and MI15 leader was here, and the Mossad guy were here. All of them were here to make sure they secure Kenya as an ally. Are you getting me?
Yes.
But now, unfortunately, the perpetrators of this, who are the Biden, the Obamas, the
Democrats,
Democrat people, are no longer in power because the Republicans are pro-Israel, and for them, they will want to handle this situation amicably. I know this Trump got a wife from the former USSR, millennia. She's from the former USSR, meaning he has a soft spot for the Russia. So what he will do, instead of pushing it to world war, he will negotiate with Putin,
but actually,
so that we can have peace.
Actually, right now they have a very good relationship. Then it's like,
when you have a wife from there, you use your wife and speak to these people in your language. Semeji. Talk to your Semejis. Then we can have something. So what is happening? Trump is preempting that which Acc Obama had planned. Acc Obama wanted that world war so that they can reshape the world. They can reshape this, the continents, and then they rule over them again. But now this thing is not working, and it will not work. So therefore, what is happening in DRC, it is not what people think. It's not that the Maimais, the FDR, FDD, SDD are fighting, the M23 that are fighting, and the government, Tshisekedi, Kasavumbi, and all manner of those kind of people that are fighting. The Kabila Joseph is still in it. Uhuru is in it. Ruto is trying to get in it because he's also, this is an elephant that is dead, he's been killed, and they were everybody wanting the meat. Of this elephant, or this buffalo, or this cow. So the presidents around, Kagame is the greatest exporter of gold, the greatest exporter of cotton. Cotton, is it cotton? Cotton. The material that he produces phones. It's produced from Congo, DRC, but it's Rwanda that is the largest exporter in the world. The largest exporter of gold is Rwanda. The largest exporter of any mineral is Rwanda. Everything, and that's why they had to build an exclusively big airport, so that all planes will be flying from Rwanda, not to Kenya, but from Rwanda to Europe.
So let's say Kagame, they're using Kagame. Kagame is a puppet.
Kagame is a puppet.
So he's the one being used to create fight.
And that's why Kagame can enter. He's entering DRC to fight. He's the one who's doing all these fights.
But then, what gives Tshisekedi that confidence? Because I've heard it saying like today they're going to fight back. Because before,
Tshisekedi is not just a pusher. Tshisekedi, remember, his father was also a politician. And he was he fighting for the opposition leader? I thought he was a prime minister at some point. And this guy, he has grown in power. Number two, Tshisekedi is being supported by the BRICS. He's a BRICS guy. Are you getting me? Tshisekedi is supported by South Africa, by Ramaphosa, by this Manangwangwa. He's being supported by this Malawi president. He's called Chakwera. Is being supported by Mozambique. Is being supported by all the South African SADC. All of them.
That's what he left. I mean, East African. They went back to SADC. He went to SADC.
The Congo Brazzaville is is in the BRIC. So this is an ally of Russia. So Tshisekedi is an ally of Russia. But again here, this is who? Kagame, who is an ally of what? An ally of America. So this is about which weapon will work better. This is about which tank can be able to kill many people. Which is it, American weapon or the Russian weapon? So who are the guinea pigs? Are the Africans the Congolese.
The Congolese are the ones who suffer.
They are suffering. They are being removed.
Yeah.
And number two, why do we have crisis from one province to another province? And then you say, in one province we have concentrated crisis for some time, and again now you see they have moved to another province. This is how it happens. After they do exploration,
yes,
and they find now in Karen,
yeah,
under Karen there is oil, or there is some sort of minerals or mines.
Yeah.
Now, when they want to come there, they will finance one character, Waruinge.
Waruinge, yes.
Waruinge to cause war in Karen, so that who will come to bring peace? The American will come and bring peace there.
Yeah.
You see, yes. Like now they were burning, where was it being? There was a lot of fire.
Yeah.
That is where the interest is now. That is why they want to, the Canadian farms, the Australian farms, the Belgian farms, the German farms, the France farm, the Swedish farms. That's their interest, is where now there is a lot of burning, there is a lot of warfare. Where Kagame now has put his energy is because that is where they want it.
Then I saw a clip of these they are saying the French peacekeepers that like they are surrendering. Was it that's a PR? Is it a PR?
Yeah, no, it's French because of the humiliation that they have from Senegal, from Burkina Faso, Mali.
I mean, the
former Anglophone nations.
Yes.
They have removed themselves. They have gotten out of France control.
Yeah.
So for them now, France is a weakened force which does not have a really moral grounds to control. It's a dying power. It's a dying power. So what's happening is that when you hear a battle is Eastern Congo, Western Congo, wherever they are now, remember, whatever they cost, they will finance somebody to go and fight so that they can come to keep peace. When they come and keep peace, they will displace, because they will already come and find that everybody has been displaced. For them is now to fence and then build IDP camps, where these people will be concentrated in their IDP camps as they mine.
So they'll be saying we are helping them.
By giving them food, by giving them medication, the Red Cross will come, and the local army now will be sent to go and give vaccinations, go and panga watu laini, gawia watu maharagwe, gawia watu mahindi, and this mahindi is GMO. As they are being given by, now the local army, their work has been reduced to kazi ya watu wa Kanjo. Are you getting it? Yeah, so the main players, the Americans, the Canadians, farms will come in and now start mining, while these people are restricted in their camps, and then the one that was used to cause the violence will be arrested and taken to the ICC.
Okay. But for them, they'll never go to the ICC.
For them, the American, they have signed a consent that they can never be taken to ICC. They came to Kenya and an agreement was signed that no American will be arrested on a Kenyan soil and be taken to the ICC. It's an agreement. But a Kenyan can be arrested in America and be taken to ICC. You see now the imbalance of the whole situation, the imbalance of African. But the good thing is that African realization, African renaissance, the African coming back and understanding their principles, their power and their authority, and how favored they are. This is the time when Trump says that you African go back to Africa, reorganize your country. You are so rich, you are so powerful. Don't come here. Don't come enjoy the fruits of America, the fruits of UK. Our parents paid a price of putting our nation together. So do not come here to come and enjoy fruits that our fathers did. Go back, become what our fathers became. Reorganize your country, make your country better, make your country good. And this is the call that Trump is bringing back to African, to that the Gen Zs, not even the Gen Zs, the young people, the people who have an idea of what it is, they come back. We hold our hand together and remove the regimes that are existing in Africa and create regimes that will want to create structures that in the future our children will enjoy. That in the future Wazungus will come to Africa and do the jobs they are doing in Europe and do the jobs that they are doing in America. This is the time for liberating Africa. This is the time for crushing all these imperialistic leaders, people who have no idea. people who have no future, people who does not understand. All what they want is to steal, become rich. Remember, when you look at here, you find one person who is a trillionaire, or is it a hexmillionaire or whatever it is, and we have millions of people who are poor. How do you feel when you're a human being?
So can we say that as much as the West are trying to fight for their liberation,
they're not liberating anyone.
In East Africa, we are trying to propagate them. I mean, to the white.
No, the wrong thing is we are having wrong presidents, wrong leaders, and the mistake is not the leaders. The mistake is not Ruto, the mistake is not Uhuru, the mistake is not Samia Suluhu, the mistake is not Museveni, the mistake is ours. Because we have the brain to even bring the right people, but because sometimes we think using our stomachs. That is why we will always be electing people who are of no value, who are no understanding. Number two, another big problem that is affecting African nations, it is this thing that we call democracy. Democracy was not meant for African. Democracy was never meant for African, because democracy is demonic. It is not for God, it's not godly. Look at the countries that are stable now. Look at Kagame. Kagame is very stable because he refused the American democracy, the European democracy, and he created his own African democracy, and he made himself a king.
But then in Kenya,
Uganda, you see, Uganda is more stable in terms of food production, stability. Apart from these political violences that you see, Uganda is more better than Kenya now, because they have a president that has been there for longer. He has been able to build infrastructures. Technologically, Uganda now is better.
No, but technologically, Kenya is better. Traditionally,
no, the best. We are technologically better people, but we are slaves. We are colonized people. Our minds, like now, you find we are ranked number 3, best speaking English speaking. Number 2, best English speaking nation. But then, who are we? We are sycophants. So our presidents are just look at what Ruto did when he went to America. He surrendered his sovereignty to Americans. You see, he brought in the LGBTQ to Kenya. He brought in gayism, all manner of these things. He allowed them. When he was asked, are you against this thing? We said, we are going to talk about it. And he indirectly, using Ishongwa, they allowed a motion of the minority to the parliament, and it was passed through. Minority means a gay is a minority, a lesbian is a minority. Look at us before you ask that question. This minority motion sailed through slowly because they were pro. And that's where the wife of Joe Biden came, and they gave Kenya 56 billion shillings as a sacrifice that we are so happy you have agreed to bring LGBTQ to Africa. But now when Trump comes to power, he said what? We recognize only two gender. And what you must do is, if you are a man, you go to a woman. If you are a woman, go to a man. And if we found you men sleeping with another man, we shall lock you in until you produce a baby.
So let's say our judiciary was used because they allowed the so-called gays and lesbians to open like
that is what we call democracy. Our constitution. Judiciary does not have power. What it has power, it is the constitution. So constitution of Kenya is supreme. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So whatever the judges will speak through is based on the parliamentary acts and also the constitution as it says. So if the parliament went through and they passed a motion, and then it became an act of law. So it is enshrined in the constitution. Therefore, the judge only sees a judgment through what is in the constitution. And the constitution has said you can sleep with another man. And that is what we call democracy. Democracy is you do what you think is right, and they have to respect it.
Speaking of that,
are you getting me first? And they have to respect that. So the judge will only rule based on what is in the constitution, not what is in your mind. For them, they are mothers. Some of them are mothers, are fathers, they are parents.
They are
when they were making this, they were also bound by the constitution, but behind them, things were not right.
So let's talk.
And you see, that is why this thing has come to haunt them.
So right now, the judiciary, can we say the judiciary is under siege because of what Martha Koome is facing right now?
Of course, because these people, they want to dethrone, they want to remove it. They have used it. They have used to put what they wanted. They have used Martha Koome and his bench to bring LGBTQ, the minority, all the things that they wanted to be passed. Have gone through, and the court have said yes. Now they no longer need them. What they want is to bring now a bench that will start now perpetuating or perfecting what was passed by Parliament, taken for ratification by the court, and ruled. A judgment was released. Therefore, it is binding. It is legal now. Now they need a person who will be able now to implement what the plan was. So the current judges were structural builders. Now we are coming with the people that are going to do the finishing.
So me, I thought, okay, so let's say, has Trump coming to power affected their plan in any way?
It has completely affected. It was really against them. It was really against their plan, their desires. It has really, really affected. And that is why now you can see they are acting on bitterness. They are fighting back, trying to destroy everything, and even trying also to kill this man, Trump. And trying to bring him down, trying to destroy his administration. But one thing I want to assure you, that Trump will live. Trump will not die. Trump will live, and whatever he will be doing, he will be signing. What is this I call him? What is this he signing? What does it called?
I mean the bill.
The bills. He will be signing the bills that will be completely against their desires. Okay. They are so frustrated now. They will take him to court. They will try to assassinate him. They will try to do everything. Yeah. But this man, watch him. He's God sent. He will not do anything or be coerced to do anything that is not godly.
Apostle, William Kabogo, the current ICT minister, the guy is saying that he'll fix the mountain. That is the new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
So is it the battle? Is there a battle between? Is he now going to represent?
No. Kabogo is a bitter man.
Okay.
Kabogo is a bitter and a confused man who does not understand what he's even saying, because Kabogo was removed from the Kiambu seat because he failed Kiambu people.
Then he went for a leader and then he failed.
He went for a leader and then he failed badly.
Yeah.
Right now, Kabogo is my friend.
Yeah.
A very good friend for that matter. If he knows he's a real sheriff in the town, let him go and seek an election of a cattle dip chairmanship. If he wins that, I'll give him. I'll vote for him as a president. I'll be one people championing for his presidency. He's neither here nor there. Again, he has come in when the tide is not for that direction.
Yeah.
He is now advocating for a Ruto who's been rejected by virtually everybody. So he's being seen to have been brought to come and fight the Gen Zs, because the only way to fight the Gen Zs is to go where they are operating from. And where they are operating from is the
digital
ICT, the digital platform.
Yeah.
So Kabogo has been set against a generation.
Well, he's saying he wants to he wants to come and he shut down, he will do this. He's been set against a generation. You think Ruto is not smart. Ruto knew, yes, I will set you up. Now people will divert their attention to Kabogo. You see now the Kasongo thing has gone down. Now they're talking about the drug baron.
Keino, he killed Keino, he did this, he did this, he did this. For a short time, Ruto is a bit safe now. He's relaxed because the war, the missiles are now being directed to another person. And that is why Kabogo was drawn in. That's why Kabogo was brought in. He can never be a sheriff. A sheriff is a sheriff. A sheriff where we put the food and in the supermarket.
He's the new king of Mount Kenya.
King for who? King for who? For who?
But then,
you know one thing? When I tell you Kabogo is my good friend, and he still remains so, and unless he says otherwise, I'm the one through Mwao, when he wanted to become an MP for Juja, for, is it Juja? Yes, Juja. John Haron Mwau, he called me in his office and tell me, I want you to support this guy to win a seat in Thika. I took Kaboko to Thika. The first place I took him was Kiadutu. And what he did, I told him to buy. Then there were no motorbikes. Yeah. There were bicycles. Yeah. But the border they were using bicycles. Yeah. I took him to Kiadutu. We bought a container of tires, bicycle tires, and the tubes. We gave to everybody there because there were so many bicycles. Then we went to Changardens. We bought all the Changa and the Busas, and the people drank for free. Yeah. And he became popular.
So, I mean, there's this analogy right now.
So what I'm trying to tell you, I understand him.
So you know where you come from.
I know where he's coming from and where he's trying to go. What he did, he miscalculated. Whoever advisors that he has were very wrong. They never gave him the right information. They never gave him what is on the ground. Maybe perhaps he want to do business. He is a good businessman at the port. That is where he got his money. I've never associated Kaboko with the drugs as many people would want to associate with him with the drugs. But what I know, he used to have a company, a huge company for clearing and forwarding in Mombasa.
So he's a good businessman, but not a leader.
I know him as shrewd businessman. As shrewd,
but not a
good businessman. And maybe perhaps he saw an opportunity. I will do business. I go my home, and that's why maybe he's calling himself a sheriff in town, because he want to please Ruto. Then the avenues will open, and then he will get whatever he wanted, so that to come again and do politics in the right time.
Is the mountain breaking? Because right now
you can never break a mountain. The mountain. Let me tell you one thing. Mount Kenya or Murima. No one can be able to break it. No one. Mount Kenya itself breaks people. It destroys whoever that comes and tries to do anything against Mount Kenya. It shatters you. It completely destroys you, reduces you to ashes. It does not matter what you are. Look at Kionjori now. Kionjori is moving around trying to justify something that what he was doing. Nobody's listening to him. I saw the other day, even a pastor went and they told him, now the stories you are talking now, stop. They don't belong here. Go and do something else. He's trying to defend himself, trying to defend Ruto, because he had him promised the seat of the deputy president. In fact, sometimes when they were removing Gachagua, I met them at this hotel, Safari Park Hotel, with the Mount Kenya MPs. They were fundraising to support the motion. They didn't see me, but I recorded them. I have the evidence. But the issue here is, this time, and even the colonial days, and even during the multi-party struggle for the multi-party democracy, whoever tried to split Mount Kenya was finished.
But now
there are people, there are two categories that have been trying to finish Mount Kenya. The religious people. These bishops, the State House bishops, who have been going to the brown envelope bishops, they tried to go to Mount Kenya to pray. Akina Kisoto, Akina Sudu, Susudi, Subis, all these people. They went to Mount Kenya, they went to pray. That now they are splitting, they are removing the altar from Mount Kenya that makes Kikuyus, the Mount Kenya people come together. Do you know what happened? They were there on a Saturday. Coming back to set out to report what they did, Ruto shut the office of the wife.
I mean the clergy.
The clergy? No, the wife.
The wife,
The wife, this first lady of office was crushed. The second lady office crashed. The prayers were crashed. That is on a Monday. They were in the mountain on a Saturday to pray against the mountain. When they came back to State House, the mountain acted. And they were all, until today, they have not been able to go back to State House.
Apostle.
That is how powerful the mountain is. The mountain, I don't know whether you understand this language. The mountain, it is a portal where the whole world looks upon. That Mount Kenya you're seeing, it's a portal where the whole world looks upon. Let me give you a very good example. How many leaders have been created out of being just in the mountain? Leaders have become leaders from the mountain. Not Kenyan leaders.
Yeah, from the mountain.
From the mountain. The queen became a queen while in the mountain.
The mountain, yeah.
Museveni became Museveni while in Nyeri. Yeah. The wife of Museveni was working as a teacher in Nyeri. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
The Borden Powell, the leader of Scout movement in the old one. Where is he buried?
In Nyeri.
In Nyeri, the mountain.
In the mountain, yeah.
The kings of the world, they come from the mountain. Netanyahu, when he became the prime minister, his brother died here.
The mountain.
Yeah, in the mountain. And many, many other people. Bingwa Mutharika, the former president of Malawi, who is he? Bingwa Mutharika is a name, a Meru name.
So he's Kenyan?
He's Kenyan. Kagame, he came from where?
Kenya.
Kabila, he came from where?
So the mountain represents Kenya?
Not even Kenya. Yeah. The mountain where the mountain people are is very significant. I'll one day take you through the story of mountain, yeah, and see the mountain. It is only mountain in the Bible, indicated in the Bible, where the flag was hosted, Isaiah 18. And where a trumpet was blown, Isaiah 18. The only mountain in the world where we hosted the flag. It is the only mountain in the world that has some white ash that is used to bless leaders in the world. Only the mountain.
But Apostle, why will Kindiki discredit Kibaki?
Kindiki
is saying that that what Ruto has done for the past 2 years is more than, I mean...
Yeah, he must sing a song. He must sing a song. He was put there under the mercy of Ruto. So what do you expect him to do?
You have to praise the king.
You have to praise the king. Yeah. He's a very good person. He knows how to do it. He has to praise the king.
The emergence of DPK, I mean, we saw Gachagua there. We saw what is it, the name? I mean, we saw
Onyonga, there was Onyonga, there is Eugene Wamalwa, there is Kalonzo.
So, and then Ruto at that time, Ruto was in Western. Are we having the battle between the Mount Elgon and Mount...
Ruto is trying to do some politics. I don't know where he got this politics. When Maina OTC and Dorcas Gachagua were in Nyeri, yeah, with some Wakorinos, yeah, he had some few Wakorinos in State House. Is that political or trying to show these people, you go, I'm also doing this, so you are not doing a big thing. Are you saying this? Yeah. So for him, he's being prompted. He has now been removed from his diary. He's operating on Gachagua's diary. He's now being controlled by Gachagua. Okay. He's singing, instead of telling people what he has done, what he's doing, or pushing for the development of the country, focusing on his work, is now busy defending himself out of what Gachagua is accusing him. And Gachagua is releasing dose by dose, small. And this man will be kept so busy until you come to discover kumbe Ruto alikuwa bure kabisa.
So right now he's busy defending.
He's busy defending that I didn't do this, I don't do this. He's busy operating on Gachagua's platform.
So is Gachagua going to support Freddie Matiang'i?
What will happen? A coalition, if at all we go to the election, of which I don't see.
Yeah.
Is not a Matiang'i's factor. This is a Trump factor. This is a Trump factor, where now Akina Uhuru will be with not Matiang'i, with that coalition.
So the Jubilee,
the DAP, DAP, whatever it is, yeah, they will be brought together, and from there they will pick a leader. That leader will be supported by Raila. That leader will be supported by Uhuru. The first priority, remove Ruto from the presidency first. That is what they want. They will subdivide among themselves the leaders who will become the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, deputy number 2, who will be the speaker, who will be what, and then all these leaders will fit. Then they will push in one coalition to remove Ruto. Which means if this works, Ruto will go home by yesterday.
So you don't believe Raila going to AU, or winning or not winning?
You with your small brain, and me with my small brain. Let us use the small brain. Let us not use the big brain.
Yeah.
Do you see him making it? It is 3/4 threshold.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
If it is 3/4 threshold, the Djibouti guy has his own share. But the Raila will have his own share.
Okay.
Meaning first round, nobody will win. Are you getting me?
I'm getting it.
Second round, nobody will win. And it must be outright 3/4. 2/3. Yeah, it's 2/3. It must be outright. That's the law. It must be outright 2/3. So, first round they will go.
Okay.
Nobody will make it. Both of them.
Okay.
Second round they will go. Nobody will make it. And if nobody makes it to the second round,
Yeah.
what happens? The sitting AU chairman continues to run the show for another 90 days. Or another decision that will be made. Meaning, me, I'm still seeing the current AUC chairman.
Will remain.
Issa Fayatu. Issa Hayatu. Is it Issa?
Yeah, he's from West Africa. Right?
From West Africa.
Yeah.
I see him continuing to be there.
So they'll not be.
None of these two will make it outrightly. No, I'm just thinking loudly.
That's your prediction.
I'm not prophesying.
Yeah, you are. That's your prediction.
I'm not prophesying. I'm just thinking loudly.
So
Raila will never make it.
He'll never make it.
Just count it that way. I'm not prophesying again. I'm just wishing he fails.
So they comes back to the opposition.
No,
Yeah.
I'm wishing he fails.
I mean, as of now, I mean, is there any leader you think can take root out? Because as
Anybody,
analyst,
anybody including Alizad can remove Ruto now.
but as the analyst say,
Anything, as long as it's a political party,
Yeah.
can remove Ruto. Anything, including a small boy.
are we going to see IBC?
Yeah.
Are we going to see IBC anytime?
He is trying to pretend that he's creating an IBC,
Okay.
but a lot of obstacles will come in to make sure IBC is not in place within 2 years, so that he can be able to add 2 more years.
Apostle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Apostle. I am Apostle Ndura Waruinge. Ndura Waruinge is based in Coffee Plaza. Coffee Plaza is where we worship our God. I'm a pastor. I'm an apostle preaching the word of God. If you want to see me one-on-one, prophetic word over your life and also teachings over your life, we are having the Bethel Clouds TV. You can watch us from there. We also have the Ngira Wandura TV. You can watch us from there. The numbers you're seeing there on the screen that are running, that's my number, 0722-239-555. 0722-239-555. That is my number. You can also email us. You can also come personally. From Monday to Friday, I am meeting you one-on-one. We'll have a discussion. We'll have 1 or 3 things. We have that discussion and then see how to go on with it. But anyway, don't make politics your food. Just enjoy and have fun.
So before we continue, before we finish up everything, I want to ask you for a favor. So many of you people who are watching, who always watch us, have not subscribed yet. So just hope that you can subscribe for us, and then we'll be having this and more every time. My name is Olvin Spanguya. Thank you for tuning in. That's good, sir.
Bethel Clouds, empowering lives.
Thank you. Actually, we have people around 300 people tuned in. So that's good.
Empowering lives.
Yeah. By then.